One day, when a Zen monk, Tanzen, and another young monk were traveling, they happened upon a beautiful young lady unable to cross a deep stream in full flow. Tanzen offered to help and carried her across the stream. He bade farewell to the lady, and the monks continued on their journey. After a few days of travel, the younger monk turned to Tanzen and in a very disturbed voice asked, "I thought we monks were supposed to avoid women. Why did you pick her up like that?" Tanzen replied, "What woman?" "Oh, you mean the woman way back there? I put her down long ago. Are you still carrying her?" What does Tanzen mean when he says, "Is the young monk still carrying her?"
The nature of the mind is such, the reason why people are struggling in their lives is they have not made any effort to understand the nature of their mind. One fundamental aspect of the mind is, what you say as "I don't want," that becomes the nature of your mind. That becomes the main content of your mind. If you say, "I don't want to think about monkeys," you take a vow, "From now on I will not think about monkeys." Whole day you will be thinking about monkeys only. If you did not take such a vow, probably you will never think about monkeys unless you see them. So, being a monk, being a brahmachari is not a vow that I will not touch a woman. You have taken a certain commitment to achieve something higher in your life, to touch something, another dimension where mundane things will be meaningless to you. But if that has not happened, you are trying to do it as a rigid vow. You think by not touching a woman you will become a brahmachari or you will become a monk. That's not it. By aspiring for something higher, you will become a monk. You're constantly aspiring for something high, so you did not look at what's around you, that's different. But you saying, "I will not look at this," will fill your mind with that. So some woman needs some help, he helped her, he left her there and went on. This one did not touch the woman, but now it's going on in his mind for 2 days. He can't keep her down. So the one who did what is needed, he left the woman there. The one who is trying to avoid the woman is full of that all the time. So this is not about the woman, this is not about something, this is about understanding the nature of your mind. If you say, "I don't want something," only that will happen. Because in this mind, there is no subtraction or division. Forcefully you cannot take out a single thought from your mind. Whatever you try to do, there is only +1. Addition and multiplication will happen. There is no subtraction and division in your mind. So you cannot forcefully take away a particular thought. It is just that if your aspiration is something else, all these things may evaporate. You want to go to the top of the mountain, you're very focused on that. What is at the foothills is not your concern. If you're trying to dodge the foothill, how will you go to the peak? You will never go. You're focused on top of the mountain, you will cross the foothill and not even notice it. So he helped the woman, it was not a big issue. Probably he didn't even bother whether it's a man or a woman. Somebody asked for help, he just helped and went on. But this man who's trying to avoid the woman, his mind is full of that.
Dear seekers, have you ever pondered why unwanted thoughts persistently invade our minds? What makes these thoughts so persistent, and why do they often lead us away from the present moment? How can spirituality guide us in transforming these intrusive thoughts into a pathway for inner growth? Unwanted thoughts are like uninvited guests in the home of our mind. They knock at the door of our consciousness, often at inopportune times, bringing with them a flurry of emotions and distractions. These thoughts can range from mundane worries about daily tasks to profound existential anxieties. They are like weeds in a garden, seemingly sprouting out of nowhere, yet deeply rooted in the soil of our subconscious. In understanding these thoughts, spirituality offers a profound perspective. It teaches us that the mind is an incredibly powerful tool, but it is also a place where our fears, desires, and past experiences converge, creating a tapestry of thoughts that can either imprison or liberate us. Spirituality, particularly in its Eastern traditions, views the mind as a field of consciousness where thoughts arise and fall. Just like clouds passing in the sky, thoughts come and go. The key, as taught in many spiritual paths, is not to grasp these thoughts or push them away, but to observe them with a sense of detachment and awareness. Consider, for instance, the practice of meditation. In meditation, one learns to sit with these thoughts, observing them without judgment or attachment. This practice reveals an essential truth: we are not our thoughts. By distancing ourselves from our thoughts, we gain the power to choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let pass by. This perspective is echoed in the teachings of many spiritual masters, who remind us that our true nature is not the ceaseless chatter of the mind, but the silent awareness that observes this chatter. In realizing this, we discover a profound sense of peace and stillness, a sanctuary within where no unwanted thought can disturb us. To integrate this understanding into daily life, one can practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without being overwhelmed by them. By practicing mindfulness in our daily activities, we cultivate a space of awareness that allows us to recognize and gently release unwanted thoughts as they arise. Moreover, spirituality teaches us that these unwanted thoughts, when observed with compassion and understanding, can become catalysts for personal growth. They often point to unresolved issues or unhealed wounds that need our attention. By confronting and understanding these thoughts, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and healing. Dear seekers, always remember that the intersection of unwanted thoughts and spirituality offers a path to inner tranquility and self-awareness. It invites us to view these thoughts not as intruders, but as opportunities for growth, reminding us of the transformative power of awareness and mindfulness in our journey towards spiritual enlightenment. As we delve deeper into this journey, we begin to see that the very nature of unwanted thoughts is impermanent. They are like waves on the ocean's surface, rising and falling, but they do not define the ocean's depth. Our true self, the essence of our being, is like the vast, still depths of the ocean, undisturbed by the surface turbulence. This realization brings with it a profound sense of liberation. We understand that we have the power to choose how we respond to the thoughts that arise in our minds. Instead of being reactive, we become responsive. This shift in perspective is transformative. It allows us to approach life with a sense of calm and centeredness, even in the midst of chaos. One effective practice in dealing with unwanted thoughts is the technique of self-inquiry. This technique, rooted in various spiritual traditions, involves asking oneself questions like, "Who is having these thoughts?" or "Who am I beyond these thoughts?" Such inquiry leads us to a deeper understanding of our true nature, which is beyond the fleeting thoughts and emotions. Furthermore, spirituality teaches us the value of compassion, both towards ourselves and others. Often, our unwanted thoughts are steeped in self-criticism and judgment. When we approach these thoughts with compassion, we create a space for healing and understanding. We learn to accept and love ourselves, warts and all, which in turn helps us to extend the same compassion to others. In embracing our spiritual nature, we also find that our connection to the world around us deepens. We see ourselves not as isolated beings struggling with our thoughts, but as integral parts of a greater whole. This sense of connection can be profoundly comforting and can provide a broader perspective on our personal challenges. Spirituality, therefore, offers not just a way to deal with unwanted thoughts, but a comprehensive approach to living a more fulfilled and peaceful life. It encourages us to find beauty and meaning in the present moment, to connect deeply with ourselves and others, and to embrace life in all its complexity. So, dear seekers, to sum it up all, know that the journey through the landscape of unwanted thoughts and spirituality is a journey home to ourselves. It is a journey to the heart of our being, where peace, love, and understanding reside. As we embark on this journey, we discover that the true transformation lies not in changing what we think, but in changing our relationship to our thoughts. It is in this shift that we find the freedom and joy that are our birthrights.